Hello and good evening, everybody. I hope that you all enjoyed your holidays and had a great Thanksgiving. I hope you had a lot of good laughter, love, and good vibes. And I hope that you all are having a great day today as well. Now, this is your girl, Spiritual Narc Slayer 77, and I thank you all for tuning in and joining my video today. Now, if you guys have any additional questions, topics, advice, interested in coaching, etc., you are more than welcome to reach me at narcslayer77 at gmail.com, and I will also have that information down in the detail bar below. While we're also at it, I want you to go ahead and like, share, and subscribe. Also, hit that notification bell. That way, you are in tune every time I drop this hot tea for you all, because we slaying shit, right? We slaying shit all 2020. Also, I am sending high vibes, have positive vibes to everybody, and hope you all are enjoying your day today as well. Now, I'm going to go ahead and get right into it, and I've begun a lot of questions and a lot of people inquiring as to details about the covert narc. Now, the reason why I feel that this information is so essential is because right now we have a spiritual battle going on, and a lot of people are not aware of what's going on right in front of them, right up into their nose, and just happening all up in their house, all around them at their job, even in some friendships, etc. This does not have to be personal, intimate relationships, but a lot of the time, the covert narc display who they are more so in the settings of those personal, intimate relationships. That is how they're able to hide a lot of things behind closed doors and not get noticed with a lot of things. Now, this is going to be a very important video, so I want you all to go ahead and get your paper and pens. Take notes if you need to. I am also a visual learner as well, so I often find that when I take notes on things that I'm very interested in knowing about, or things that are very dear to me, it also helps with processing that information and breaking it down and making a little bit more sense to you all. So go ahead and get your tea, your soda, your coffee, whatever you got, and join me. Today's topic, we will be discussing the covert narc. Now, for starters, the covert narc, for starters, we're going to say it is many different types of narcs out here that are roaming this world and this earth, that do have those assignments placed on you to destroy, destruct, and distract. The covert narc seems to be a very interesting type of energy, or spiritual being, I must say, due to the type of tactics that they use to inflict hurt, pain, and just get things out of people, or just how they're able to just cover up who they are the entire time and you not know who they are. Also, with the ways of, in some settings, how they're able to play the Dr. Jekyll and Miss Hyde character. So, we're going to go ahead and get right into it. Thank you all for joining me. And again, we are going to be discussing the covert narc. Now, the covert narc does use multitudes of the tactics, which I will be making videos on the different tactics, but I'll go ahead and give it to you in list form here, so that way as I make those videos, if you're interested in the specifications of that terminology, you're able to go straight to that video of the word that you're looking more into, to learn a little bit more about that tactic and how they can go about inflicting the shit on people that they have been getting away with for so long. But we finna knock this shit out the woods. We finna bring this shit to light, and we're gonna discuss the things that people very, very shy away from and don't speak highly of. So for starters, the covert narc, they are very good at gaslighting. And gaslighting, again, is something that can make you distort your thinking and make you question the reality of what's going on. So it could be just subtle lies or just blatant lies altogether, that just to kind of throw off what's going on. They may tell you they did this or went there, or something was going on, but that could be covering up something else that they could be doing. And what they'll do is throw out a lie, a gesture, or action, just to kind of throw you off, to make you believe what they're trying to perceive you to believe, instead of what the reality of what really is going on. So they give you illusions, but it is reality to those illusions, and they're trying to keep you from seeing the truth in it. So they are trying to clog your judgment, clog your mind, and trying to what's going on in your mind, so that way they can get you to believe their truth and what they're trying to enforce or place in front of you. These people are highly manipulative, and when I say that, they will be willing to do whatever it takes, say whatever it takes, act however they need to act to get what they want or to get across the agenda or the motives that they're trying to employ. They can be highly calculated, meaning that they can be, I guess you can say, premeditated in a lot of the things that they do. They normally love to enforce a lot of pain, and they love to make you squirm, I guess you could say. So a lot of the things that they're planning, of course, it's going to be things to basically take you out, things to hurt you, things to make you constantly think about situations and things that were said to you. They're trying to throw you off. They're trying to hurt you. They're trying to harm you. So they're going to do whatever it takes to get that across, especially when it comes to if you give them narc injuries, which result from them being basically slide in their mind. So it could be something small to you, but to narcissists, with them being, well, especially the covert narc, with them being hyper sensitive, anything can come across to them as insulting them, offending them, making them feel some type of way. You could even make them feel small, not even trying to, because they feel so grandiose in who they are. So anything to make them feel less than, it will inflict some sort of injury. And along with that, does come rages where they'll have those little temper tantrums. You know, they didn't get their way. They didn't get told what they wanted to hear. You feel some different way than how they feel. So again, these are very sneaky and sly, but they will make themselves known. These tactics when they come up, because you will notice in the words that these people speak and how they act and just how they move. So always pay attention to everything going on around you. Now, another thing with them is they are very passive aggressive. They may come across as you always kind of knowing how they feel just based off how they act, just seeing their demeanor. So they might come across as, you know, I'm cool, I'm fine, but you sitting there and they got their arms all crossed and they slouched in the seat, or they just giving you this mean look. Like, so they're just very passive aggressive. They kind of want you to figure out what's going on. They love playing the mind games, especially when it's in intimate settings, because they basically want to keep you squirming, and they want to keep you inflicted with fear. They want to keep you where you're at. So again, they will play that passive aggressive role. You got to figure out what's going on with them. They always, you know, might have an attitude for no reason, and again, that could come from them having all types of things going on in their mind, and how they think things should be, and what they're wanting, and things that they're not getting. So again, this is a me person. So everything that they do will be for the agenda of self, and every motive will be with the agenda of taking out whatever they need to take out to get it accomplished. Now, another thing that they do, and they're great at throwing rocks and hiding. So what that means, that they are very skilled and tactful in setting up situations where they can have people going against each other, and the people just being out there in the situation, not knowing how this occurred. But the narcissist is somewhere behind the scene, with that Muppeteer type energy, trying to control situations and people, setting up certain settings and dynamics and situations that will work for them, so that way they are able to point fingers at other people, or make other people out to be the bad guy, and all along it was them planning it and setting the shit up. So be aware of that as well. Now, what they do also is they put projections on their targets. So if you are the person that they're targeting at that particular time, you might find that they always are saying, you're doing this, you're doing that. Why do you have to be this way? Why do you have to be that way? They're always projecting some sort of negative feeling, or what they're thinking negative, or why they're being negative. And all of the time, majority of the time, you will be the reason why they did it. You did this, so I had to do that. You are this way, so I have to do that. Or you're a cheater, you're this, you're that. And a lot of the times when people are kind of projecting and throwing off a lot of that negative energy on you, it's because they asses are doing that shit, y'all. That shit is true. Normal when people project a lot of negative energy and feelings and vibes, and it's normally something that's consistent. That's because it's something within them eating them up. So they feel that you got to be doing the shit because they 9 times out of 10 might be doing the shit if they're inflicting it on you, and they may have no proof. They may not have anything to go off of, but it's just the vibe that they get because they are already within themselves sneaky individuals and a sneaky type of energy. So they always feel that people are kind of like them, which is why they also give themselves a reason to inflict and do the things that they do because they feel everyone is like them. Another thing that the covert narcissists love to do behind the scenes is antagonize, provoke, and bully. This is another tactic of theirs that they use again to dominate and control and inflict fear, so that way they can keep you where you're at. A lot of the times it could be threats, it could be just shaming you, it could be making you feel so low to the point that have your defenses so low that they are able to gain more control and more domination over you because you're getting weak from so many of the attacks that they're sending your way. So it's kind of making you more defenseless, but you don't understand again that this may be a spiritual battle that you're being inflicted upon, and the more you kind of fight against it and not understand what's going on, the more you bring it more into your world with the manifesting of it, because it's going on. It's through your mind, it's in your spirit, it's things you speak about, because this is what they are trying to do, which is gain a control of your mind, etc. Now, a lot of these covert narcs also have a grand sense of grandiose within them, which means that they also feel that they are higher above many. They also may look at other people like they're beneath them or that they're better than a lot of the times. Now, they may also show you that they feel that way about you just based off the comments that they may give, the looks, the gestures, etc. Because do know that these people have a high deal of pathological jealousy and envy inside of them. So they have to feel some type of way within them so they can have this big head. So for them to feel so strongly about themselves is because the way that they think and the way that they are already trained is to make other people feel some type of way. So they have to step on you, and in order for them to step on you, they have to feel very grand about themselves for them to be able to inflict the type of things that they do to you, which is because they feel that you are beneath them and they are able to do the shit that they do to you, and they are able to 9 times out of 10 get away with it because again they don't care. So also know when you're dealing with them, they have a really high sense of grandiosity, and they also feel that they may be above a lot of people that they are surrounding themselves with. um they also are good at playing mind games. Again, as you can see with all of the things that they do and a lot of the tactics that they have, you can see why it can affect your mind and why it can have some people going crazy, going insane. Like some people, from the types of things that are inflicted upon them, situations and all that going on, they don't even know that they kind of develop a lot of things with stress, anxiety. Some people can lead into depression, etc. And that's because of the types of mind games that they are inflicting on you. And it's meant to stir up that confusion. Because again, remember I told you that when the energy of the low vibe energies come in to do what they do, it has to distract, destroy, and annihilate you in so many senses, make you break to your core, hurt you to your core. That's why a lot of the things that they do to you will be like nothing else nobody else that you would think in the world would do. Like, why would they do some shit like that? Like, I've never seen no one do nothing like that crazy or that mean or that the conniving. Just like they just do all types of shit to break the core of you. Some of these covert narcs can be dangerous. They can also, some of them can inflict violence on people. Again, that could be closed doors. Behind closed doors, they also may inflict it on you around people if it gets to that point of stress in the situationships that you have with these people. They can inflict physical violence on you. Again, that could be from them threatening you behind closed doors so you can shut your mouth, not speak on it. Because again, when these narcs go out in public, they are displaying the Dr. Jekyll and Miss Hyde persona, remember? So they have to appear charming, they have to appear that they have good families, they have to appear that everything is going on good. They can't make anything look like it's anything wrong, because again, they have that grandiosity going on in their head. So everything has to be in their mind, perfect in their mind. Everything has to be set like how they want it set up. Everything has to kind of go by how they want it to go by. So again, just know that these people have plans for you, and they have plans for your future, and you may not even know it. And a lot of the times it's just to distract you and destroy you and throw you off course from what you're really meant to be here doing, because they're meant to be sent here to dim your light. So don't dim your light for nobody. Now, a lot of the covert narcs, with these covert narcs, it can also have domestic violence in it, which is including the physical violence, etc. It could also be a lot of mental things going on, emotional things going on that they're trying to inflict on you to break you down even more to a core. And I've seen this happen on different things that are going on in people's lives. Like, this shit takes place on a day-to-day basis, and a lot of these things are happening in people's homes, and they're not even aware that they're dealing with this type of energy and why this type of pain or this type of domination is being done in their lives. And it's because this covert narc is there, and they're doing what they're meant to do. They also love retaliating, y'all. So please do not try to get even with these covert narc energies, because they love to play motherfucking ball, y'all. And they will be willing to do whatever it takes to set you up to look bad or set you up to look crazy. Because remember, they have that grandiosity, so they have to appear that everything is in perfect order, everything is good. So they always have to make the other person or opposing person, which is you, look bad at all costs. They're willing to go at all costs. They're even willing to put themselves at risk to make you look bad. So just know that these people just have that much just evilness in them, and that's what they're willing to do, and that's what they're meant to do. And they don't have energy for nothing else, and they have time to do this type of shit. They're also big at triangulating, and this is when the narcissists take another spiritual being and they use that against you. It could be another person, such as the secondary supply, new supply. It could be kids. It could be people in a work environment. Well, this person does it this way and it seems to work better, or that type of energy where they're kind of making you feel a certain way at that time, and it's meant to make you feel a little bit beneath who you really are. And they're using these tactics because, again, they're trying to break you down in different ways. They a lot of the times are grimy because, again, they kind of two-faced, or they are two-faced, because, again, remember, they already have them two personalities that they're hiding, and then they already do a lot of things behind the scenes without you knowing, throwing the rocks and hiding and triangulating, etc. So again, you can't say they grimy and they are two-faced. They love triangulating. They also love getting reactional responses from you. So always remember that when you're getting to go into your self-evolving journey, etc., that you're going to learn to respond to people and not react to them. And these people love getting reactions. They love saying shit out the blue randomly to make you like, what? They love doing stuff to make you like, sometimes like make you gasp. Like, what is wrong with these people? But again, this is what they're meant to do. So nothing they do should be shocking, because, again, when you're in that energy of low vibe feel, anything could fucking go. You're not working with any light right now. You're working with darkness. So anything that you do, anything that you touch will be derived from darkness when you're this type of energy and you're manipulating things and setting things up to work in your favor. You're playing people against each other. You're just basically manipulating the universe and the people on the universe to all work for your personal gain and favor. So these people, again, they're very calculating, very manipulative. It could be someone you're laying next to at night. It could be a neighbor. It could be someone you're in a work field with. It could be a sibling. It could be a narcissistic, covert mom or dad. Like, again, and I'll go into more details specifications of the narc mom and dad, etc., in different videos. But again, you have to be on the lookout. These are things that people go through on a day-to-day basis that I just described. And you might be saying, oh, this person is having a bad day today. But how many fucking bad days can you give this person to allow all of these types of tactics to be inflicted on you? You have to get to a point where you understand that you are valued, you are loved, and you need to realize that within yourself, because that's going to be what helps get you away from these situations and to bring light to them. Another thing is, when you're dealing with these types of people, a big thing with the energies that relate to these or deal with these people, denial is a big thing, because you really don't want to believe that this person or this particular individual is able to inflict and do this much stuff. And then you have to know that when you're dealing with these people, you have to look at patterns and consistencies. These people don't just do something bad or stupid once or twice. These are things that they do consistently with anything that they deal with, anything that they touch, anything they come in contact with. This is things that are constantly being done to each and every individual. And a lot of the times with them being narcs, it's very hard to change, because people with NPD, narc personality disorder, a lot of them are undiagnosed. A lot of them don't believe anything is wrong, which is why it's very hard to get them to see the change that needs to be had. And then a lot of them are so cunning that they can also confuse the counselors that work with them, because they know how to put that face on and make you look bad, or make you look like it's all on you. So again, when you're dealing with these types of people, be aware, stay woke, stay aligned, stay in love with your authentic self, and don't ever allow anybody to mistreat you, abuse you, etc. If you are in any type of domestic abuse or any sort of physical situations where you need to get out and get to safety, get out. Do not look back, because those are situations that are meant to bring death and just things into your world that are not meant for you. And up to people going crazy, people losing a lot of things in their life that they've worked for, because these people are so cunning and they like to set shit up, etc. So just be on the lookout for these people, and when you see it, identify for what it is. And if you know for a fact with your spirit of knowing that this is something that within a doubt is what you are dealing with, don't play yourself. You could play everybody else, but don't play yourself. You hear me? Don't lie to yourself, because all you're doing is inflicting more hurt and pain on you, and adding more longevity to a trauma or a dysfunctional and toxic situation. Because again, when you're dealing with the covert narcs or any narc in general, you really don't have relationships. You have toxic, dysfunctional situationships. That's how you know when you come in contact with them. It's very consistent. It's very persistent, and it's something that will be continuing to happen throughout your journey with this particular energy. So again, I'm sending peace, love, and blessings. Be on the lookout. Love yourself, grow yourself. Knowledge is power. And I hope everybody enjoy their evening. Again, any topics, advice, email me at narcslayer77@gmail.com. And again, like, share, and subscribe, because we are getting the message out. We slaying shit. We slaying these narcs. We need to get the word out, so that way people can learn to guard and defend themselves. That way they can learn to set these boundaries, and that way they could learn to get that mess out their life, do a cleanup sweep, and live their best lives going forward. Peace, love, and blessings. And also, namaste.